Guys, I'm in a competition. What competition, Kingsley? I'm glad you asked. It's a competition called EMPC, Electronic Music Producer Competition. And since I'm an electronic producer myself, so I joined. So exactly, what is EMPC? Well, EMPC is not any small kind of competition. Well, basically, it's probably the biggest electronic music producer competition in Asia. And the judges is Yellow Claw. Dude, Yellow Claw judging your music? Yellow Claw? You know Yellow Claw? You don't know Yellow Claw? If you don't know Yellow Claw, then what? And also, this guy named Sick, man. Some of you might not know him, but I know him, alright? I play Far, who also is an Indonesian music producer that went international. So like this is like the what? So this is a big deal, right? So this is a big deal. And so in this video, I'll be breaking down the song that I make for that competition. And so this is how it goes. Let's go with the first one. So what kind of genre am I making, right? First one that I'm gonna introduce is drum and bass. You might be asking again, what is drum and bass? Well, drum and bass is a music genre it's a drum and bass. Let's not talk too much, let's just get into it first. Alright, so we're starting off with this sound sample, what I found on Instagram by accident. And I was like, oh, I could make like a real banger from this. Or it's already cool by itself. But I can't do that. I can't just take a sample and make a music out of it, which what most music producers do, but not me. And so I'm gonna do what's called vocal chopping. So what is vocal chopping? Well, like the word, it's already kind of like a self-explanatory, like it's a vocal that you just chop. And this is what my version sounds like. I mean, it's pretty simple, it's pretty nice, it's kind of like a choir kind of thing. So I'm just gonna go with that. I'm trying to make it simple, trying to make it nice. So I just throw a little like a aim breakbeats, if you know breakbeats. I mean, also most drum and bass music has that sound of that breakbeat. And then of course the 808 bass to make it punchy. So of course we're not gonna forget about the part of what's called mixing. So what is mixing? So mixing is basically you trying to make this sound good. That's pretty much what mixing is. It took me almost 2 years learning about mixing, and I just explained it in less than a 5-second. Funny how life works. So this is the part where, like, you know, the intro that's like hyping everybody up, energizing everybody, motivating everybody. Then you break it down to kind of like, you know, the calm before the storm. So I'm trying to like channel that energy to like put it in a bottle real quick, you know what I'm saying? Preparing it for what's to come, the drop that I will get into later. So I just, you know, scroll on my sample pack and I was just like finding some effects, sound effects like crashes, impacts, and some white noises, throw in some reverbs in it, and then just cutting the low ends because some of the low frequencies not necessary to the ear, doing lots of changes that people will not even pay attention to and nobody will give a shit or even talk about, but it does to me. Why? Again, I'm making this for Yellow motherfucking Claw, right? Like most electronic music would sound like it. In this one, I don't use any kick and I don't use any snares, so I just basically use the noises as sound effects, and then I just keep searching for sounds like really catchy one. And so I found these and I came up with this build-up. It's very rising, it's very energizing, it's almost giving like a final battle between Megatron's about to have a climax with Optimus Prime. That Now here's the thing though, about the drop. Most of the time, I'm out of ideas. The train of thought just like, this is as far as we're gonna go. This is your drop, kid. Go down. And that sucks for me because I don't like it. I don't. So again, to motivate myself, I went through some long sound designing process. So I have the idea in my head, I just can't seem to get it out. Classic producer stuff. So I make the drums, just making it nice, punchy with the kick and the snare. Now this is the hardest part in most music producer had to go through. Oh, are you reading? Yes, I'm reading. I had notes, because I'm professional. Of course, I had to rewrite the second drop. I still use the same idea from the first drop and also make it unique. I'm not lazy, I told you, I'm not lazy. I just have to mess with things up. So I have to add some fills to fill up the empty gaps so it doesn't sound too monotone.
One eternity later.
It's done. So the fun fact is that this is not the first version that I had come up with. This is version 4. So yeah, this is what it sounds like. Enjoy.